bailing out of backpacking trips. It's happened to all of us at some point. If anybody tells you it hasn't, they're either lying to you, or they're inexperienced, or just extremely, extremely lucky. I want to do a little post-mortem here, and I want to do this anytime I fail spectacularly at a backpacking trip. So on today's misadventure, the Galiuro Wilderness in south central Arizona. This was supposed to be a 3-day backpacking trip in March 2022, when you're not having fun at all, you're just miserable, and you don't even really want to talk about it afterwards. And that's what this was starting to be, only 4 miles into the hike before I turned around. So yeah, enjoy. First time for both of us in the Galiuros. Yeah, the road coming in was pretty rough. We didn't see any cars on the way in. We just saw some couple cowboys that told us there's water kind of everywhere out here, but the trail's pretty rough. So yeah, probably gonna be slow going with some route finding, bushwhacking. And I doubt we're gonna see many people on this trip. Manzanitas already. Starting off about 5,000 foot elevation range, 4,900 feet, somewhere in there. So we're doing, I guess there's pines up there. So this is transition zone to pines type environment. Out in the distance are the, I think these are the Santa Teresa Mountains. Pretty neat looking, kind of a lot of exposed granite out there. Awesome view. Okay, trip update. So I'm actually hiking solo right now. Turns out that Dave is having some pretty major issues, like pretty bad like lightheadedness, and he's having to take a lot of breaks. So we talked it over for a while. I tried to convince him to keep going, but he decided that's probably best to call it for him and to go back down to the truck. So what's gonna happen is Dave's gonna go back down to the truck and he's gonna camp out over there. And at first I was like, nah, dude, like we're out here, we're like a team, we're hiking together, and I should probably just bail. But Dave insisted that I complete the hike without him solo. So I'm turning this into a solo trip. There is the possibility that Dave will, if he's feeling better, like tomorrow, he might meet up with me at Powers Garden, taking the same way in that I'll be taken out of here. So we'll see if that happens. Beautiful woodland, kind of chaparral scrub environment over here. Huge cairn. Alright, so the trail is kind of off to the left of this view. But for the first time, I can see the pass that we're going up. I believe it's right there in the center of the camera. Quite a climb. At our trail junction. All right, so we're heading up Kennedy Peak this way, and we're gonna start the hard climbing now. Well, like I said in the past, sometimes I record my shorter trips that are more like recon trips, and this wasn't exactly supposed to be that, but well, time to call it quits. This ain't gonna happen. I've been bushwhacking for a while. Basically, that turnoff to Kennedy Peak, immediately the bushwhacking was just really bad. And I'm gonna have to go back through it. I actually got all cut up on my legs. There was a bunch of downfall, huge trees across the trail. And I had to do about 20 to 30 foot bypasses into the brush to get around it. And so it wasn't kind of just not letting up. So I think it's gonna be like this all the way up to the top. And I'm like, well, I'm not having very much fun bushwhacking here. And Dave is down and out, down at the trailhead. So I just texted him from my inReach to his inReach that I'm bailing out. I'm ready to just call it quits and camp at the trailhead. So yeah, I'll film what I'm about to have to walk back through the trees. It's pretty bad, but other than that, catch you back at the trailhead. Yeah, that last shot with me climbing over that big tree was just a taste of the bushwhacking I was doing. We're getting into like the type 3 fun zone, which is no fun at all. It's not fun to do while you're doing it, and it's not fun to talk about later. So I'm going back down to the trailhead, and we're just gonna try to focus on stuffing our faces full of as much junk food as we possibly can. Looks like I'm back where Dave is. That was something.
Feel like you bailed because I bailed.
I did not bail because you bailed.
Base.
So I got cut up pretty good already. Here, I don't know if that shows up on camera. Yeah, that sucked.
No, you don't have the front facing camera, so you got black stuff all over.
I have black stuff all over my face from bushwhacking. Apparently, I didn't even know that until
like
now.
Burn char.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bruise.
Oh man, I want junk food. So that was all the footage I had for that little misadventure. But I think the reasons for bailing were pretty clear. I bailed from trips because of knee problems. I bailed out of trips because of foot issues. I bailed out of trips because of too deep and swift water to be able to walk through. There's no alternative routes where it's like literally the only safe thing to do would be turn around, go back to the car. I've bailed out of trips because of too rough of conditions. And that's a fairly common one. It's common enough that I consider it a real possibility a lot of the time when I'm going into a place that I've never hiked before. And that's what happened on this one. So the right attitude, in my opinion, is just no. shit could go sideways at any time, and just do what you can do to live long enough to get to the next adventure. As soon as I get back from a failed trip, I immediately start planning the next one. So yeah, that's all I got for this one. I just wanted to talk about that real quick, and I'll probably be talking about this again in the future. So like if you like, subscribe for more. See you next time.